All right, friends, it is Coach Mike here again in the Coach's Corner with more from my band YouTube series talks, right? Band talks. Why do I call them band? Because I learned that I cannot go on the different actor Facebook groups and discuss these particular subjects, because man, the moderators will jump all over me. I've already tried it. They attack me. Some of the actors that I'm trying to help, right, they just go off. They say mean stuff and they get mad at me. Again, I'm not addressing anyone individually. I'm not saying, and Tracy, I saw your picture, I saw your resume. I'm not doing that. I'm just simply teaching what I've learned about acting and the best approach over the years. It's all it is that I'm teaching, that thousands of my actors have used to become successful. So what I did was I said, you know what? I'm going to re-energize my YouTube channel. It's being recreated right now, right? We're working on it. Got to invest a little money in it, because I'm not far from monetizing it, which is the smartest way to do it, right? So, listen, subject matter, theater. Oh my Lord, here we go. Listen, theater is something that you're supposed to do when you're in high school, right? Because after 18, most actors have bills to pay. And theater is not going to help you pay your bills. Listen, these talks aren't based on what's helpful. Well, I did theater and that's helpful. I'm not talking about helpful. Listen, somebody taking you halfway to Las Vegas is helpful. Somebody giving you a half a glass of water when you need a full one may be helpful. I'm not talking about what's helpful. A lot of things are helpful. Somebody take you halfway to Vegas, that means they're going to drop you off somewhere in the desert and you're going to die, right? So I'm not talking about helpful. Folks, hold on for me. I got a maintenance problem out back. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Right? Back in the day, I would say, oh, I'm just going to start over. But no, I'm not starting over. No need for that. That's what I like about keeping it real. Somebody had taken my parking spot earlier, so I had to move my car. Now the refuse company wants to take the trash away, but I was blocking them because someone was blocking me. Okay, here we go. So where were we? Theater. Listen. I'm not trying to jump on you about, I just want you to have the best career path. That's all I'm after. Again, there's several ways to do something, but what's the best way? What's the best way? I think that's where the saying came from. There's never enough time to do it right the first time, but always enough time to do it over and over and over and over again until you figure it out, right? So sometimes, you know, a person will, I have a ton of actors that have done theater. Oh, it was great for me, but was there a more effective way of using your time? Please, if you don't get anything else that I say out of any of my YouTube video, the question's always, this is what my multimillionaire mentors taught me, is there a more effective way of using your time? Yes. You mean to tell me, see, this is what actors will do. Coach Mike, I can't come to class tonight because I have theater rehearsal. And I'm like, oh, okay. So, they're supposed to come to class so I can teach them how to work less and make more. Appear on television, not on a stage. Make great money so they can soon quit their day job, so they can keep their hours of 10 to 5 open for auditions. Right? So I say, oh, what theater, where? Oh, over here on Santa Monica Boulevard or North Hollywood Art District. And I ask them, okay. So, and it's not equity. Sometimes it is equity, right? But that still doesn't matter. Equity pays peanuts compared to a national commercial. And you don't have an understudy? Wait, it's such a small production, you don't have an understudy, which allows you room to step away and go do something far more important with your time, right? Rather than being stuck somewhere doing something, right? That's not the most effective way of using your time. Again, hear me. I'm not saying it's not helpful. I'm not talking about helpful. I'm talking about what's the most effective way of using your time. If you're sitting there disagreeing with me right now, good for you. If you're mad, I can't stand this guy. Good. Now I have your attention. If you don't care, it's like, oh man, this dude, I don't care what he say. Oh, good for you then. Keep being casual. Casualness leads to casualties. That's what my mentors taught me, right? Well, I got my agent from doing a play. Is that the most effective way to get an agent? You think it is. No, there's a far more effective way. So you don't have an understudy, huh? No. So now you can't go and do something that's more effective. What about when you have an audition for a TV show? But you got to be there at that play rehearsal at 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Like, what are you going to do? See, don't even put yourself in those situations. You need to have an understudy. You don't agree to do it. Listen, here's what you do. You do plays when you can afford it. But can you ever really afford it? I'm not talking about Broadway. That's totally different. But that's even a different lifestyle. That's a different lifestyle. You're going to be traveling all over and you're going to be meeting all these people. Oh, we'd love to represent you. Yeah, okay. Contact me when you're off the tour. Then when you contact them, they don't even remember who you are. Or they don't work at that agency anymore. Or they just kind of forgot. Or now they don't feel as strongly about you as they did when they first met you. Right? Believe me, I've heard it all. I've been doing this 20 years. Also, your average play here in Los Angeles, it doesn't pay you anything. And they want you to sell tickets. Ain't that crazy? And some of my actors have told me, I say, well, how are you going to sell tickets? Well, I have these postcards. I'm going to mail them out. Who pays for the postcard? Well, I do. It's like, what? You mean the theater producers don't even pay for the postcards? Well, no. And I'm going to invite some agents and some casting directors and man, you know, a lot of agents and casting directors, I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but it's not the most effective way to meet agents and casting directors. Many of them, they want to go home at night. On the weekends, they want to be with their family. Go do something fun. They don't want to be caged up in a 99-seat dark theater. I'm not saying some don't do it. Hear me. I'm not saying they don't. Right now, I'm talking about what's most effective. That's what I'm talking about. Okay? You got all these rehearsal days you got to do, right? Oh, we rehearse Monday through Thursday from 3:30 to 7:30. Look at all that time. Do you know what you could be doing with those precious hours? Again, I'm not saying it may not help you with your acting craft. There's just a more effective way. Theater actor's different than 30-minute sitcom acting. Theater acting is different than 1-hour drama. I'm not saying it's not helpful. I'm saying it's not the most effective way, right? You're going to keep hearing me say that because some people's skull is this thick. It's because they don't want to be wrong. Even though when they look back at their life, they've been wrong 1,000 times, right? But they still, the ego won't handle it. And even though I'm not saying anyone's name personally right now, it's just tough to hear because we don't like to look back sometimes and say, yeah, you know what? I did screw that up. Yeah, I could have done that more effectively. Guess what that's called? That's called maturity. That's called humility. I didn't start growing until I became humble, right? And just eat it, Mike. You got to eat that. Now learn. It's not all punishment. The gift is learning. So you know, and then actors are doing theater, and what do you get? What do you get from it? Some people that just come cheer you and stuff, right? And you're looking for the, man, you look out in the way, you know, you look behind the curtain, you're peeking. Oh man, there's my family, there's my friends. Hey mom, hi. Hey friends, and from my acting class, hey, right? And neighbors, hi. We're the agents. We're the managers, right? Maybe that's them. Maybe I just don't recognize them, right? Again, if they come, good. If they sign you, good. It's just not the most effective way. Some of you are going to say, it was for me. No, it's not the most effective. It was a way, but not the most effective. Wouldn't you say in your own head, you'd rather go for the most effective than an effective way? Wouldn't you want to go for the most effective way as opposed to a way? Right? And then, almost today, worst of all, you don't even get a reel from it. You don't get any acting clips from it. If an agent says, do you have a reel? Do you have any clips? Well, I did this play. That's not what they're talking about, right? You can't even get a reel or clips from it. And look at the time you spend in all those rehearsals, right? So again, this talk ain't for everyone. Man, it isn't. It's not for everyone. It's only for the people that say, you know what, I'm willing to be humble enough to seek answers. And yeah, I'm willing to admit I've made some mistakes, or I could have done it more effectively. That's what this banned YouTube talk is about. So let the comments flow. I'm ready. I'm a big boy, right? I'm ready. And some of you will agree, but I get a lot of pushback, and this is where we can do it. Great, let's get down. Great. Get ready for the next lesson. Coach Mike here from the Coach's Corner. I appreciate you watching. Feel free to go to my website. It's heyisawyourcommercial.com if you want more information on me, my free class, my online university. I have a webinar, free webinar for you to watch, big, massive discount at the end of the webinar on my online course. All right, we'll talk to you again soon. Get ready for the next lesson. Thanks for watching.